Right, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of The Hall of Fame. Last episode is linked above for you, my friends, if you need to go and get caught up. Essentially, we did kind of like half a season. That's done. Now we move today as we really get into the series. We're going to get cracking with our very first full season, my friends. And we are going to continue on with this beautiful little football club. Obviously, we've had a bit of a break, so there's been some work done to the team. There's been some players join. We're going to play some games. Let's take a look at what's been going on since we last met. Okay, so we're going to start with transfers. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to my FM content, this is usually where we start a brand new series, a brand new season. And it is the transfer dealings. We're going to have a little talk about that. I'm going to show you the finances, going to show you the season expectations. And then I'm going to try and play 2 games. And I wouldn't usually do that with a season opening episode. But there's quite a bit on the line, basically, in today's episode, as you're going to see, ladies and gents. So, yeah, we're really being thrown into the nitty-gritty straight at the beginning of the season, so lots and lots to cover, and I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible. So enough waffle, let's crack on. So as far as players leaving, a couple of a youngster's left the club. Northson, we knew he was leaving. He was going on a free, and he's actually left to go to the team we're going to play today. So yeah, I'm a bit gutted about that because he was a pretty good player. As were some other players that have gone out. Is this bunch decided to release them all. Sam Hewson and Cairo Edwards-John were seen as first team players, but they were on obscene amounts of money. Sam Hewson was on £600 a week, and Cairo Edwards-John was on £425 a week. Now, I say that's obscene amount of money, but it's obscene money for those 2 players. Sam Hewson's 34, attributes are going down, and Cairo Edwards couldn't stay fit. So it made sense to free up £1,000 worth of wages and see if we could get some better players in. And I genuinely think I have. The other players were just young players that were coming to the end of their deals and were never really going to do much for us. So Ornorfson, obviously we knew a little bit about him last year. He was with us playing right back. He's left. He's gone to HK, who it just so happens I did a stream save with on a FM19, I believe. So yeah, that's interesting to see. And then we've got Freyson, who I'm actually a little bit gutted he went, although he's 19 and it says that he's not going to be much. He played a couple of games for me already this season and was okay. So I was a little bit gutted actually that he decided to leave the club. But we've signed 3 players. I still need more. Still going to continue looking. But as far as the players we have signed, these are the players. So we got Kai Emerson, I want to say that's how we maybe pronounce that first name. But he's come in, a Brazilian left-sided player, was available on a free transfer after being released by Recreativo Granada. And he's going to shore up our left side, which was a bit of a problem. You will remember we had a player on loan last season, but this guy comes in full time. He signed a 2-year deal. Hopefully, going to be really good for us out on that left wing. As you can see, attributes-wise, head and shoulders above a lot of the players that we've got at the club already. Jorn Van Kamps, another player who has joined the football club on a free transfer. I'm going to throw it out there now. We had no transfer budget, so it's been a case of scouring the globe for some really good frees. I'm actually going to be playing Jorn as a attacking midfielder. I think he'll be better in this role than he would to play up front. And plus, we've got a striker already in Sam Ford, who I think has been doing a fabulous job for us up top. So he's going to come in and play advanced playmaker. He was released by Burshot, and we've decided to take a punt on him, basically. And £500 a week, it's a lot of money. Star player, we've given him that role, 2-year deal. Hopefully he can come in and do the business. And then the last player that we've signed is Niall Mordahan, an Irish centre midfielder, who can actually fill in at right back, can play defensive mid, and can play centre mid. So there's lots of roles he can play. He might find himself playing right back because we've got a couple of pretty decent centre midfielders, but we're struggling to find a right back to bring into the club with the money that we've got available. We can only really offer about £300 a week now in wages because our wage bill is a little all over the place. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's becoming a struggle. So he might find himself playing right back, but for now he's going to be my new box to box. So that's what I'm hoping the role that he's going going to fill in. Like I say, though, he's coming on free. Was released by Sligo Rovers and comes in and will hopefully be a very, very good addition to this football club. So yeah, there's some signings. There's still a few roles I want to fill, but there's still time in the market to be working on it. Quick look at the finances, and we are hemorrhaging money, big time hemorrhaging money, this football club. Now, I'm not spending any money, so it can't be me. I can't be blamed on me for the financial state of the football club. This reminds me very much of last year's save with Latex in those early 2 seasons where we just hemorrhaged money for fun and we weren't making enough money to kind of do anything until we started to, qualify and win better competitions. And again, that's where we find ourselves with this football club. We've got a minus transfer budget for some reason, which is strange. That might have something to do with the fact that we've got an overall balance of a minus £265,000, which is a lot of money for a club of this side. And the financial status is insecure. And like I say, it's not really me that can be blamed for it, because I've been signing players for free. Their signing on fees have been next to nothing, and the wages are not really too high either. Club visions for this season, we've got to work within the budget. We are actually on course for doing that, believe it or not. A top half finish is what they're hoping for in the league, which is mental, but maybe that's my fault for last season, and they're not going to be judging us on either of the cup competitions, but they are satisfied with one, and I'm going to show you the reason why they are. Our contract actually expires at the end of this season. It'll be interesting to see if we get offered a new deal, but we will wait and see. And on the subject of moi, because obviously the manager is the most important part of this series, I have gained my National B licence. We did it during the off season. It was a big break. You break from I think it was October all the way until February. So it's a very, very big break where this league is concerned. And we managed to get one of our badges done during that course. I tried to get the next one done because obviously the club pays for it. But because of the financial state, they knocked it back. So that's where we're at. As far as the attributes for the manager, you're going to see there's a lot of change. This has gone up 2. These have all gone up 1 and 2. This has gone up a couple. So working with youngsters actually improves this year, which is nice to see. Determination's gone up as well. So yeah, it's nice to see that the manager is slowly getting there. Before we go to the fixtures, but you're going to see we've actually played some games. But before we go there, I'm just going to show you our season preview for this year. Now, they're expecting us to finish 5th, are the media, which I'm not at all against. End of the day, we potentially want to be trying to get promoted, don't we? As you can see, the 2 relegated teams have been made favourites to go up, automatically and potentially through the playoffs. So that's interesting. You're going to see that quite a lot of our players have made it into that media dream 11, which is absolutely amazing to see. Hottie, Emerson and Van Camp are all in there, which is amazing. So it just shows you that the quality of those signings was very, very good. There were some players I bought back, by the way, that I will cover in a moment that are not covered on the transfer screen for whatever reason. And so that's really amazing. But yeah, 5th place finish, 4-1 on to win the league. So we'll have to just see what we can manage to do this year. But we've been doing really, really well. So it'll be amazing to see what happens. And just to cover those signings, you'll see Tito Magnusson and Andy Hottie. They were both here last season. I decided to renew those loans and bring them back for this year. And then we'll just finish this with the fixtures before we crack on with the games. Because like I say, I'm trying to get through this so we can play 2 games today. We start this season with a cup competition. The Delta Bakar is, I'm assuming that's going to be like their League Cup, if we're thinking about English terms. And then you've got the one I'm not going to actually try to pronounce, the Yolka Barakin. I'm not sure. I'm butchering the names, but that's what you're all here for at the end of the day. Yeah, that's going to be kicking off soon as well. So we actually start with a cup competition. The league doesn't actually kick off till May. So we've got months, we've got ages until that could happen. So we played a bunch of friendlies to start the season. We did really, really well. They were all weaker teams, to be fair, because I do this on purpose to get the morale of the team up and to bed them in quicker. It's a hot tip for you, my friends. Just play a load of friendlies against really rubbish opposition, and especially with your new signings, and they will come together a lot quicker, and they'll get used to your tactic. It's a tactic I've employed for years, and it really helps me at the beginning of the year. We've started the season already, and I've done that because obviously I'm going to leave 2 games for potential reasons, but we actually won our first 2 games in the group stages. 2-1 our first win, and this was against Starnan, and they are the league above, and we got a 2-1 victory against them. As you can see, Sam Ford and Hilmarsson with the goals. Brilliant stuff from us, really. Sloth did score late for them, but game was done and dusted. And then we came up against Aklanis, and we won by 5-0. These have just been relegated, and we won by 5-0. You'll see Freyson, who has since left the club, scored. Sam Ford got a hat-trick, and Bergson got the other one. So yeah, excellent result. And today, hopefully, we're going to play HK, and we're going to play Ep.3. I think that's how we're saying that. I've also been corrected on how to pronounce our club's name, and I genuinely don't care that I've been corrected either. So I did make a joke with a person, in the comment section, but they basically said that P at the beginning of the name is actually pronounced with a TH. So it's Þróttur Reykjavík. Þróttur. So, yes, that's basically what I got to remember for the duration of our time here at this football club, is it's Þróttur Reykjavík. So, yeah, that's amazing. Obviously, the Icelandic alphabet and the language are very, very different to ours. And but as we all know, I'm well known for butchering the languages, my friends. So that's us up to date, I believe. The staff have all changed as well. I got rid of all the staff in the summer, signed my own staff, really, really improved the staffing levels as well. They all look really good. So, yeah, I feel like the club is finally mine, and we're going to crack on now with some games and really, really push this season on. So let's get into the first game, probably the harder of the 2 games we're going to play. And I will just say as well, before we get cracking, I'm still undefeated. Technically, I've won my first 2 games this season. Last season we finished well, didn't we? 4 wins and 4 draws. So it's unbelievable what we've managed to do inside our first 10 games at this football club. And we are still, as I say, undefeated. But yeah, let's get into this one. And there's debuts for the newbies because they only signed recently. The first 2 games were played before they could even sign for the football club. So there's debuts for our 3 new signings, which is amazing. And hopefully Mr. Sam Ford can continue his good form, as he's got 4 goals in those 2 games already this season. We're sticking with this tactic as it was last year because it seems to be working well. And let's just get into this one, shall we? So we're going to go with Lalich in goal, Magnussen and Christensen at fullback, Hotti and Gunnarsson are going to play centre-back, Stephenson and Mordahan are going to play centre midfield. We're going to go Emerson and Bergson on the wings, Van Camp through the middle, and Ford up top. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and I just can confirm now that Ornofsson is playing for HK in this game. So we're coming up against one of our old players, and that is very interesting to see. Now, the reason I want to try and play these 2 games is, should we get a couple of victories, we will qualify for the next round of this competition. And I'm surprised. That's basically what I'm saying, is I'm really surprised at how well we're kind of doing at the beginning of our time with this team. And looking at this game, we are very much on top as well in this first half. Not on top of the possession, but we've had far more chances. And yeah, we're just looking very good value for money at the moment. And I expected this to be very, very much the polar opposite to what it has been to this point. 35 minutes it's coming up to. We've got to demand a bit more from the boys for the last 10 in this first half. A draw wouldn't be the worst result because HK are actually a really good team, expected to go up as one of the automatic promotions this season. I am a little bit concerned about them, a little worried about them. So a draw wouldn't be the worst. But Van Camp is on the corner. Ball coming in. Hotti's on it. Oh, and it's just over the bar. We've finished the half probably with that chance to us. And it's been a good first half. It really has been a good first half for the team. But I am going to get into them and tell them that we need a bit more. In the second half. Get that goal, makes us favourites, and that's what we want to see. And we're going to start the second half with a chance, potentially, to our opposition. As they move the ball around quite nicely, don't they? But can we win it back? Yes, we can through Christensen. He's done very, very well there. Emerson now. Ball over the top. Into Ford. Has he got the pace to go past the ball? No, he hasn't. He's going to take it wide instead. Now Emerson again. We recycled that quite nicely. Ball is coming in, and we're not going to get anything from that. Magnuson's going to track that down. He's playing right back temporarily. He really isn't good enough to play there, especially the way I need my fullbacks to play. Into Ford. That's a really good chance. Oh, and he's hit the woodwork and managed to stay out somehow. What a chance we put together there. Very, very good football again. But here we go, throw into the opposition. And if they take the lead, it really wouldn't be deserved because we've been all on top of them in this game, haven't we? That's a ball I really don't like. As we all know, I like to play on the floor, out of defence, look after the football. None of this giving it back cheaply like we have there. Because you give your opposition a chance, and they're popping this ball around quite nicely, and we need to win this football back if we can. That's a ball over the top, and I think he stayed onside, and that's 1-0, and that is why you don't give the ball away cheaply. That is awful. We're going to tell the boys so and all. That is not good from us at the back, and we've now got it all to do in this football match. As Christensen, though, picks the ball up into Van Camp, back to Christensen, Stephenson, inside to Mordahan. It's a good ball, and Ford can't finish. It's all he does usually. 1-on-1, he put it in the back of the net, and there he's been shocking. Absolutely shocking. Not sure what to do. We're very much on top, but we are not on top of that possession, and yes, it's a worry now. We go short to Emerson, back to Van Camp. Ball comes in, nothing comes of it. We're going to get a chance to recycle this now. Bergson on the ball. He's coming wide. He's done very, very well. Ball in, and it's hit the woodwork. We're going to get another chance. No, we're not. Straight at the goalkeeper. I don't know what to do. I just don't really have much of a bench. I really don't have many options on the bench. The thing is, the team that's out there is the best team to be out there. Apart from Gunnarsson, I don't really like him at the back the way he is. So Stephenson, I'm going to make way for him, and I'm actually going to bring on Stefansson at the back. It might seem a bit weird, but I just prefer Gunnarsson in the midfield. Breaks the play up a bit better. And do you know what else I'm going to do? We're just going to go very attacking because we've been on top and we need to try and get a goal. And I think this is the only way we're going to get it done, is if we just try to force the issue now. It's well won, but we're going to lose out. And we're going to be prone now, very, very much prone to the attack. And we are staring down the barrel of our first defeat here because we've had all them shots and just not really done much with it. Van Camp, that's going to be offside. It's going to be offside. I'm not going to get excited. Oh, he's not even finished it off anyway. It was going to be offside, though. Ford has not had the best of days in front of goal, has he? He really, really hasn't. Come on. Come on. Win it. Win it. No. Clear it. Oh, dearie, dearie me. There we go. That's all right. Are we going to go? Are we going to go? Come on. Someone's got to move for him. Here we go, Bergson now. Plays him, plays him, plays him. Oh, why didn't he just shoot? Why didn't he just shoot? Right, free kick. Van Camp, can he do something with it? Probably not, but he's going to have a go. And they've made a huge amount of substitutions, have the opposition. Bergson, I'm going to bring you off of Bjornsson. And I'm not going to worry about doing all the marking and whatnot. We just need to get back in this game. 5 minutes to go. And this is the trouble. I just don't see HK losing. So we needed to take a point. And that might be the ball to get Sam Ford in. Oh my dear God. Sam Ford has had 3 very, very good chances in this game. And he hasn't been able to put them away. We've been so on top of this game. So on top. Ball comes in. He's missed that. I don't know what to say about that game. 15 shots, but we looked like we couldn't hit a barn door. if our lives depended on it. Well, it is what it is. We've lost our first game here at Þróttur Reykjavík. I'm gutted about the defeat, though, because it's the nature of the defeat. We were very much on top. We might not have controlled that possession, but we had far more chances, and but I'm a bit disappointed in a few of the players. Since the last game, we've picked up a big injury to Ferguson, potentially out for 7 weeks, and he's our starting right-sided player, so that one's a little bit of a worry. And I'm going to change things up a bit for this game. I was not happy with the finishing of Sam Ford in that last game, so he's going to make nothing but the bench for this one. And this is must-win territory now if we want to, still be in with a sniff of the competition. HK won the next game, so they're flying. No, if we don't win this, then it's all over for us this season in this competition. We win it, we give ourselves a chance in the last fixture of the group stages. But this is the team I'm going to go with to play in the game. So we're going to go with Lalic in goal, Christensen and Magnusson at fullback, Hottie and Hilmarsson are going to play centre-back, Stephenson and Monahan are going to play in the midfield, Emerson and Bjornsson are going to play on the wings, Ferguson comes in to play cam, and I'm going to go with Van Camp up top for this one. And so here we go, ladies and gents, as we walk out for another big game. I believe we're in our usual red and white for this one, as we are at home, and let's just see what happens, shall we? As you can see, HK top, perfect, 12 points after 4 games, and we need a big win here as Van Camp with the corner, and Andy Hottie at the back post scores the goal. It's a beautiful corner, lovely whip in there from Van Camp, and we take the lead in the game, and that is great to see because we could not score in that last fixture, and we've already put one in the back of the net in this one. So this would put us on 9. There's a 3-point gap, and then it would come down to goal difference should HK lose and we win. So it's all about basically smashing in as many goals as we possibly can, I guess, in this game and the next one. There's Christensen now with the throw in into Emerson. Finds Stefansson inside to Morahan. It's good football from the boys, using it, patiently passing it around. Hilmarsson out to Magnusson now. Into Ferguson. Oh, it's not the greatest of shots, but it was offside by the looks of things for Van Camp anyway. But a soft attempt. It's nice that Jorn can play up top if we need him to. Because it means that we do have, a couple of very good strikers, and goals win games at the end of the day. It's just about trying to bring in some players to, to kind of pack this team out, because we've got some good players, but there's some pretty poor ones in here as well, as we are approaching half time here. And I've not really had to do much managing in that first half because it's been very much all us. But I'm going to just get on them and see if we can get a bit more out of them in the second half. I'm a bit worried about Daddy Bergson's injury at right midfield because he's a quality player for us. But Bjornsson's coming in for this one and he's doing a good job to this point. Right, Stefansson now on the football. He's going to go into Bjornsson. Magnusson was there inside. It's good stuff. Oh, and he forces a really good save out of the goalkeeper there. It looked like it was potentially going wide anyway, but he does force the save. Van Camp's going to go short to Emerson. He's received it back, and that's going to be offside. It's a poor corner routine, really, in the end, isn't it? Hilmarsson now. Back to Magnusson. Into Morahan. Now Bjornsson. Back to Hilmarsson. He goes long to Van Camp, who's won that with a good header. Bergson puts him in, and Van Camp hits the woodwork. Unbelievable effort. He tried to chip the keeper there. That is cheeky. Free kick. Stefansson. Hottie hits the woodwork again. Can we just get the second goal, please, so that my anxiety levels can be reduced? I'm obviously looking at Magnusson as well on that yellow card, which is a bit of a worry to me. It's very difficult to make changes as well at the moment because we don't have that quality in depth. We've got a very good 11 that I can put out there, but the depth is not great. But 20 shots, 11 on target. Again, the possession is a little bit of an issue. We're not really dominating that the way I would like, but we are very much in the game. I might bring this lad on for Magnusson just because that yellow card is a little worrying to me. I'm going to push Van Camp back and I'm going to bring Sam Ford on just because we've had some chances and he might be able to get himself a goal in the game. 10 minutes to go. They've had one shot in this fixture. we've had 21, but only scored the one goal. And that is a concern to me, that we are having so many shots and getting so many chances, but not scoring enough. Well headed from the defender there. Good turn from the midfielder. Lovely ball into Sam Ford, and he's missed again. How have you missed that? It's so easy to score there, Sam Ford. You've got to be doing better. Bjornsson. Morahan. Where are you going to go with this, lad? He's going to just drive forward himself. It's not a bad effort in the end. It's not a bad effort. And we are probably going to win this game, but there is still time for a snatch and grab, should they want to try and get it. Emerson, ball over the top. Nothing's going to come of that. 30 seconds to go. Keeper with it. He drives that ball forward. And keeper to keeper. He clears that out now. Sam Ford was going after it. Doesn't get it. Can we just have that full-time whistle blown? Because I'm not liking the idea of a snatch and grab. Emerson with a good tackle there. And it's probably going to be, oh, she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm hoping it is anyway. As they do still have the football. And they do still have the football. And there we have it. Get in there. We've left ourselves a chance. Okay, my friends, so that is today's episode done and dusted. It's probably going to be quite a long episode. If you're not about that life, I do apologise, but it's going to happen from time to time. Now, I've already said I really want to just push through this series like when I can. I wasn't expecting for the season to kind of start the way it has with this cup competition, but it's one of those things. Now, I'm not going to come back for the next game. And I know that if I win that and HK lose, I could potentially go through. But what I'm going to do is play that game. And then if we do go through, then I will bring it back. If not, I'll push this right forward. And I'll bring it back for this one. I'll bring it back for a cup and league double. Because we're going to be playing in the second round of this competition. Honestly, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'm going to stick that in Google Translate and see how they pronounce it so I know how it's said. And then we'll get started on the Incasa Delhi next episode. I think that's what we'll do. We're actually going to be playing that team who we've just beat. So that's what I'm going to do. Usually I would play through a lot more games, but there's a big break, as you can see. There's a couple of months break now between this competition and the next one. So it's going to take me quite a while with all the leagues I've got loaded up to get through that time. And then we'll start the season. Then what I'll do is after that, we'll go, 7 or 8 games each time. I would imagine with this season being relatively short, we could get through league seasons pretty quick. So it's like if we played that game and then I went, say I go 8 games. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd come back for a double there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd come back for a potential triple there. We're talking like 2 or 3 episodes, for a league season. It depends how we do in the cups that will, make the competition go up and down. So it's going to be interesting, but we'll just see basically how we can play that out. But if we just take a quick look at the competition screen before we sign out on today's episode, you'll see we are second in the table, 12 points on the board, 9 for us. So we need a win, we need them to lose, and then hopefully we can go through to the next round. Should we get through the next round, I'll bring it back earlier. If not, we'll be coming back for the beginning of the league season. So there you go, my friends. We are done and dusted for another episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. We suffered our first defeat today, but there's probably going to be plenty more defeats where that came from during the course of the series. But we are still in with a chance of this competition, and we get our league season potentially kicked off next episode. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, my friends. But until then, I'm done and dusted. If you're new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. But until the next one, my friends, I'm saluting you all. Stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you real soon.